Good evening, my name is Shinigami Moroku, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Heroes. Tonight we're going to be taking on Michalis' Abyssal difficulty map. Now, I had originally planned on using my arena defense team because this particular map has been very difficult for me. I actually had... I couldn't figure out who I needed to use to get deal with Michalis' Blazing Thunder special, and honestly, it was driving me nuts. I eventually figured out a solution with my current arena defense team, but a friend of mine actually suggested that I look for something that's at least slightly more free to play. Now, I will admit, obviously, that two of my units, anyway, are not necessarily free-to-play friendly, but as far as Leanne goes, you can swap out, Racing, but I just wanted to give her some love, for this particular clear. So anyway, got Leanne here. She's actually not going to be doing anything but singing. Obviously, home beasts, she's not going to be, there's no other beasts on the map. Wings of Mercy. Trust me, most of the units are going to get close to dying, but not actually dying. But she'll be close enough to the group that it won't be a huge deal. Now, I have two buffers on this team, but they'll also be doing a fair bit of their work in combat as well. Right here, I've got Legendary Ellawood is running Speed Res in his rally slot, and Vision of Arcadia, and we're actually going to be buffing our main unit, who I'll introduce here in a second. The reason that's one of the reasons I'm actually using Leanne and Racing rather than one of the other dancers, is because I get this automatic attack defense buff. But even if you don't, Brave Ellawood has rally attack defense anyway, so it's not a super huge deal. I have him with Renewal in his A slot. Because he's going to need, some of that regeneration to survive throughout this match. And last but not least is our good boy from the Deliverance crew, Lucas. I actually had to give him attack +3 so that he could get the bonus doubler effect for his, from his weapon, because Fortress Defense lowers his attack power by 3. You can also run Steady Stance there, because most of his attacks are going to be in the enemy phase. I'm eventually going to give him Quick Riposte 3, but obviously not right now. I do have Threatened Defense on him, but he's not going to be relying too much on it. But let's go ahead, and now that everyone's introduced, let's go ahead and get this started. Sure thing, King Michalis of Macedon. So, let's go ahead and get started. Lucas and Ellawood, and everyone will be moving right, but Ellawood will be, both Ellawoods will be flanking Lucas. I actually want Lucas here, because I don't want him to start pulling everyone. Now, here's where the fun gets started. I'm going to be buffing Lucas with the Speed Res Rally. He's actually getting +12 because of the bonus doubler effect, so he's actually reached 34 speed, which is not bad, especially for someone who is typically a slow, tank.
Leave it to me. Sure thing.
And then going to, once we have Lucas here, I'm actually going to move Elwood up here and trigger his attack speed ruse, which casts guard and minus 5 attack and speed on the enemies. Obviously, Michalis isn't getting affected by the speed, but he's not super fast either, so it's not a super huge deal. And then I'm just going to move Leanne over here, just for a second. Now, thankfully, Lucas has enough defense to take not only the special, but also his in-combat attack, thankfully. Now, this is the sort of spread that you want to see. Michalis, I don't want him to be buffed by these guys, because this guy's got ward flyers, which gives extra defense in combat, and this guy gives him fortify flyers. So, for now, he's got all he's going to be getting in the next turn is home flyers, which isn't going to do a super huge amount for his speed. But thankfully, I have a plan for that. So I'm actually going to swap Lucas down here, and then dance Lucas over to this spot. And after doing that, I'm actually going to move down here and use rally attack defense on Lucas, because even though he doesn't need the extra defense here, the point is to get Michalis to attack Brave Elwood, but not charge his Thunder special. So, and I actually don't need to rally him here, just because he's not attacking at the moment. But as you can see, Michalis is actually pretty decent at combat, even though obviously Elwood's doing more damage. The point is that Elwood is doing his best to wall off Michalis.
Leave it to me. It's my turn now.
Yeah, even with the Pavis, whatever it is, it's not going to be doing a whole lot. Now this guy comes with Sturdy Blow, and I don't like that, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buff both Lucas and Legendary Elwood with the Rally Attack Defense Plus. And this will cast the negative effects on not only the Sword Flyer, but also these two. Now, obviously, Michalis now has enough to double, but it's not, not a super huge deal. Now, this guy's got hit and run, so he's going to be backing off. So, unfortunately, we can't kill it off, but it's, again, not a huge deal. Now, obviously, we can't finish off Michalis yet, so going to buff both Lucas and Legendary Elwood again. And we still can't finish him off, so I'm going to wait one more round of combat. Fortunately, between Renewal and Leanne's weapon, it recharges enough of his HP to survive Michaelis' attacks. So as you can see, we actually have, enough to take Michalis out now, which is pretty nice. Now, I probably could have given him like bonfire or something, and it would have gone quicker. But I think it's better this way. That way, I could wall this guy off. You know, keep him from attacking Elwood during the enemy phase. Because what I want to do is actually take him out with Brave Elwood. Oh! And then we'll just move Lucas down here. And then dance Legendary Elwood and have him buff Lucas. And not that he necessarily needs it, but I like having the additional speed buff there to keep the Lance Fighter from doubling him.
Sure thing.
And finally, we're going to go ahead and knock him out with Brave Elwood, because unfortunately, Legendary Elwood does not have the necessary attack power. That tackled! Oh, isn't that beautiful? Anyway, that's Michalis' Abyssal map. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked it or disliked it, go ahead and please leave a comment down below. If you did like the video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see any more, I'll be working on more Abyssal clears, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if, you know, more things come up that I can make videos on. Anyway, my name is Shinigami Moroku, and I hope you all have a pleasant night.